All right, everyone, now that we are all gathered around on the carpet together, we're going to begin our book on the water cycle. The book I'm going to read to you all is titled The Water Cycle. And the author of this book is Maddie Spaulding. And right here, this is the front cover of our book. And you can see a beautiful image of a body of water surrounded by trees and mountains. Isn't that beautiful? And as we read our book today on the water cycle, we're going to learn a little bit more about the water cycle and how it impacts on Earth. So let's begin reading. Let's turn to the first page. And this is chapter 1, titled Water Everywhere. Water is everywhere. It is above your head on a cloudy day. It drops from clouds as rain. It forms lakes and rivers, and it turns into ice and snow. Water is always moving around Earth. This movement is called the water cycle. Because of this cycle, water can take on different forms. Water can exist as a liquid, gas, or solid. Water is made up of molecules. A molecule is the smallest unit of substance that still has all the qualities of the substance. Water molecules are always moving. Molecules in a liquid flow freely. Water in liquid form makes up lakes and other bodies of water. Rain is also a liquid water. Molecules move quickly when water is heated. They start to spread out and take more space. Then the water turns into a gas. Water usually becomes a gas when it reaches 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Water in a gas form is called water vapor. A liquid that is cooled can become a solid. Water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit and becomes a solid. Snow and ice are solid forms of water. Molecule and a solid are close together. Water is important in all its forms. Water vapor moves through the atmosphere. It forms clouds. Rain comes from clouds. Rain helps plants grow. It also fills up lakes and other bodies of water. Many plants and animals live in these bodies of water. People get water from man-made lakes called reservoirs. Rain helps fill up the reservoir. Water also falls from clouds as snow. Snow helps control the temperature on Earth's surface. Snow that melts can help fill up reservoirs. The water cycle is constant. Water has been flowing on Earth for billions of years. The water cycle distributes water all around the world. All of this water supports life on Earth. People, plants, and animals rely on this water every day. So we see how important the water cycle is, how water is so important to everyone on Earth. We're going to move on to chapter 2, and it's titled From Cloud to Raindrop. Most of Earth's surface is covered in water. Oceans make up much of this water. Other bodies of water include lakes and rivers. Sunlight heats the water's surface. This surface water then changes form. It becomes a gas. This process is called evaporation. Sunlight also heats soil and plants. Soil and plants contain water. They release water vapor as temperatures increase. This water is called transpiration. Water vapor is lighter than air. It rises into the atmosphere. Water vapor is a greenhouse gas. Greenhouse gases surround Earth. Sunlight warms Earth's surface. Earth's surface cools at night and releases some heat back into the atmosphere. Water vapor absorbs some of this heat. This helps trap heat in Earth's atmosphere. Life would not exist on Earth if temperatures were too cold. Water vapor helps keep the Earth warm. Again, we're seeing how important the water cycle is to the Earth, right? It would not exist without it. Water vapor cools as it rises. This is because air high up in the atmosphere is cooler than air near Earth's surface. The vapor condenses as it cools. It changes from a gas to a liquid. It becomes water droplets. These small drops of water pick up particles in the air. The particles may include salt or dust. These droplets form clouds. Droplets will collide inside a cloud. Then they form larger droplets. Large droplets can become heavy enough that they fall from the cloud. It takes millions of water droplets to form a raindrop. Millions of water droplets to form one raindrop. That is a lot. Water is really cool, huh? It's really cool and really important. Let's move on. Ice crystals may also form inside a cloud. This happens when the temperature around the cloud is at or below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. The crystals stick together. Then they become heavy enough to fall on the ground. They fall as snow or ice. The temperature in the low atmosphere below the clouds may be above 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Then the snow will melt and falls as rain. The snow won't melt if the temperatures are below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. It will fall to the ground as snow. It may also fall as hail or sleet. Sleet is frozen rain. These are all forms of precipitation. Some of this water flows into bodies of water. Then the water cycle begins all over again. Chapter 3, Climate Change. The water cycle is continuous. It occurs naturally, but changes in climate can affect the water cycle. Climate change is a change in global weather patterns. These patterns include the average amount of rainfall in an area. Many scientists believe that climate change can be caused by pollution. Pollution occurs when people burn fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are a type of energy source. Coal and natural gas are common fossil fuels. People use these fuels to power machines and produce electricity. Burning fossil fuels releases pollutants into the atmosphere. The pollutants include carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. It occurs naturally in Earth's atmosphere. By burning fossil fuels increase the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. More heat is trapped in the atmosphere as the amount of greenhouse gases increase. Temperatures rise at Earth's surface, more water evaporates as temperatures increase. Then clouds are more likely to form. This can result in intense rainstorms. These rainstorms can cause flooding. A rise in temperatures also dries out soil. Dry soil and increased temperatures can cause drought. Drought occurs when an area receives little or no rain for a long period of time. Climate change may disrupt the water cycle, but people are making changes to fight climate change. Some people are using different fuels instead of fossil fuels. People around the world recognize the importance of water cycle. Making these changes may help protect it. And right here on our last page, we have a water cycle image. And you can see all the stages of the water cycle. We have evaporation, precipitation, condensation. And what we're going to do next class is we're going to do an activity together. And I have all of our materials together at our desk. And we're actually going to do activity and visually see it in action. We're going to go through the stages of the water cycle again. And we're going to learn a little bit more of how it works. And I hope everyone enjoyed this book today and could understand a little bit more about the water cycle and how water is so important to us.